Gospel.
I have the beautiful Riley sisters joining me today. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Oh, you said that in unison. That was a nice little... So does that often happen?
Yeah, and it's annoying.
Unfortunately.
I'm trying to sound like it.
So I've got Akila and Afiya here with me this morning, and it is National Siblings Day. So you guys are Premier Gospel listeners, and we thought it'd be nice to really have a good chat with you this morning. National Siblings Day tomorrow. What do you have planned for each other?
Nothing. Honestly, I don't think National Siblings Day is a thing for us. Every day is National Siblings Day. Like, there's no special celebration. I don't think we've ever done any.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you this individually now. Don't speak to each other. Akila, would you like for your sister to do something for you?
Yes, I'd love for Afiya to celebrate me. I feel like
And maybe we could make history right here. What would you like her to do for you?
what would I like? Maybe she could come and maybe, clean my room for me. Maybe cook me dinner. Just maybe buy me something. Gifts are nice. I always like a gift.
These are some high expectations.
Yeah, I think that's good for National Siblings Day.
That sounds great to me. And what about you, Afiya?
I'm not gonna lie, do you know what you could do? You could buy me that coupon with that. I think that would be nice. Yeah.
It's a shame it's not going to happen.
Well, the same thing.
So what do you feel like? Because you're obviously very close. You talk at the same time. I almost would have thought you guys are twins, but you're not. What for you are like benefits of having a sister that you are really close with?
I think it's relationship, really. Just having someone that's actually there, where it's like, okay, you're not my friend, but you're my sister, so you kind of have to forgive me, when you make upset about something, kind of have to, because I'm here anyway. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's just that relationship and just having someone that you kind of know is always there, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it's having someone to go through stuff with. Like, I think if you're an only child, it must be so boring, even though you might have cousins and then you have lots of friends, but there's something different about growing up all your life with someone and all the memories that you'd have from childhood and be like, do you remember when blah, 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 blah? And it's like, there's a bond that siblings have and only siblings have because of that closeness of proximity that you've grown up together.
And so being so close, what do you think maybe your parents were involved in making sure that you guys were as close as you were? Were there any kind of things that they did around the house to ensure that you guys stayed close? Because not all siblings are close.
I don't know if it's stuff that they did, but things like sharing a room, going to the same school, just always.
I don't know if it was intentional,
in the same environment, really. Do you know what I mean? But
also, maybe the age gap. Maybe they're intentional about that, like they didn't want to have us too far apart.
What is the age difference?
3 years.
Okay. And we are about to play 10 Fingers Down with the Siblings edition. So, ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Fingers up.
Okay.
All right. So, who is the most churchy? Who has the best Bible knowledge? Oh, this is interesting.
But I just want to say she went to.
She studied theology at LSE. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Not fair.
No, maybe you're going to win on these ones coming.
Maybe.
Who was the most stubborn as a kid? Who is the most likely to speak to a stranger? Oh, really?
You're twitching. What's going on? You ain't trying to talk to nobody.
Who annoys your parents the most? I am actually seeing a connection here with the churchy Bible knowledge thing and, just saying. Okay, who is most likely to prank call the other?
I think it's a comment. It's might be me. Yeah.
She does a lot of nonsense.
Like yesterday when I said I ate your food.
Yeah.
Ate your food? Who ate whose food?
She cooked.
I made steak yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you. And I cooked something else for the rest of the house because there was only 2 steaks. And I came back and she was like, that steak was nice. And I was like, what? Like, because I left one in the oven for me to come back and have for lunch today. She's like, that steak was nice. And I was like, no, it better not have been. It's not meant to taste it.
That's actually hilarious. Okay, who is the laziest?
Girl, you better put your finger down. You know.
I just like to relax. I don't want to call it lazy.
She calls it horizontal time.
All
I
the
enjoy
time.
some
I just
horizontal
need some
time.
horizontal time.
I'm borrowing that phrase right there. I am borrowing that. Who has the best fashion sense? Okay.
Yeah.
You did that ever so confidently as well. Who is the most disorganized?
No, I'm so sorry. I don't feel like that word suits any of us.
No, it's true. That is true. But
I
compared
think we
to
should
me,
both put one down.
do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll both.
Thank you.
I can't believe this is a draw so far, and I'm on my last question. Okay, who listens to Premier Gospel the most?
Both of us,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you're gonna have to come with another question, Belinda.
Not all siblings are close, right? Whether they grew up together or not. What kind of advice would you give to maybe some siblings now who are tuning in thinking, I do want to reconcile and build a relationship, and I just haven't really thought about how to do, or I don't know how to go about it? What tips would you give them?
I definitely say do it. I think relationships are difficult, and sometimes, it's harder when it's your sibling because you might not necessarily like that person, but they're your sibling. But I think there needs to be that mutual understanding that above all, this is your family sort of thing. But I think in a time like this, I think it's definitely something that should be rekindled, or that you should attempt to rekindle, because I mean, everyone's heard it of people just hair one day and literally not hair the next, and it's not something that's expected, and you don't really want it to be something that you're regretting and thinking, I wish that I had made that effort, I wish that I had reached out, sort of thing. And to be honest, I think once you know that you've made the effort, you work with that. If the person's not working with that, then there's not really much else that you can do, but to know that you've made that effort, sort of thing, and that the love is still there, really. What would you say?
I think as challenging as it is, sometimes it just boils down to actually biting the bullet and going for it, even if it's just like dropping a little message to say, hey. Obviously there are deeper stuff, and sometimes it calls for like restorative justice and all of these other things that you can take, but at the same time it can just be as simple as reaching out. Sometimes you just have to be the first one to reach out.
Sometimes you just need to be the first one to reach out. That is absolutely amazing. Ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with me this morning. Oh, those smiles are beautiful. Now, obviously, this is Radio Land. You can't see the smiles, but we're definitely going to put something on our Instagram so you can see this joy of sibling love.